Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Brianna and today we are going to be doing my little monthly book haul that I do. If you're familiar with my channel, then you know that about once a month I have a collective book haul of the books that I have been sent to me within the month, whether it's from publishers or from any of you guys, or books that my husband buys for me, or a few that I buy for myself. So this month I have 15 books, 10 of them are from publishers, and then 5 of them my husband either bought for me or I got. And I'm just gonna show you all of the books and tell you what I know about them. Let's just get started. Ow. I'm sitting on the floor. I don't know why I was inclined to sit on the floor. I always like the idea of sitting on the floor, but then I hurt myself from sitting on the floor. I don't know why I do it. I like being on the floor, but I'm too old for this and I'm only 22, so. Okay, got a little bit comfier. The first 3 books here are from Berkley, or like imprints of Berkley Publishing. The first one is from Ace Books, which again, that is like an imprint, and it is The Late Night Witches. It says there's a lot at stake this Halloween, and on the back it says this is a warm and funny novel about family, lost love and found, discovering who you are, and how difficult it is to slay a vampire. Oh my gosh, so this sounds like a funny rom-com, maybe like enemies to lovers, because I'm assuming it's a witch and a vampire and they probably don't get along. This cover is absolutely adorable, and then on the back it has a cat with a cup of coffee. Oh my gosh, I am going to eat this up this fall. I'll probably save this for one of my fall reading vlogs, or where I do like witchy reads, so stay tuned for that. I am so excited for this. I think this just came out, like as I'm filming this, I think it literally came out this week. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe it's not out yet. Oh, wait. In the front, it says, more than anything, this is a love story. A story of love lost and love found. A story of the love between sisters, and a story of a mother's love for her children. Most important, though, it is a story about loving oneself. It is also a story about witches slaying vampires. Don't worry, most of the vamps suck. Wait, okay. So it definitely sounds like a rom-com, but it also sounds like it's gonna have some deeper topics in it, which I always love in a romance book. Yeah, can't wait for fall reading. This next one, also from Ace, is The Ever King by L.J. Andrews. And I know this has already been like a really popular series. I think it was maybe independently published and on Kindle Unlimited, but now it's traditionally published. This is book 1 in the Ever Seas series. Let's see, I'm not really sure what this is about. It says, they stole his crown, so he stole their daughter. For years, Eric, the scarred king of the Ever Kingdom, has thought of nothing but vengeance against the man who killed his father and trapped him beneath the waves, making him a prisoner in his own realm, until his enemy's daughter unintentionally breaks the chains on the Ever, and Eric makes her the unwilling pawn in his vicious game of revenge. She's innocent, he's vicious, but he will take back what he lost no matter the price, unless she steals his heart first. Yeah, that sounds really good. So this is like a romantasy, and okay. I wanted to show you. Look at how pretty that is. Like, I love that. And then it's just plain underneath, but really pretty inside. And the last book I got from Berkley is the special edition of People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I am so obsessed with this. Like, it is just so beautiful. I don't actually have the special edition of Beach Read. I don't know why, but I will be getting it because I need this collection. And of course, I will show you all the details of the special edition. Obviously, like, here's the whole dust jacket, and then on the back it says, on vacation you can be anyone you want, but then on, what is this called? I don't know, just underneath the dust jacket it says, you're home to me. And then it says, written by Emily Henry on the side. Oh, it is just such a stunning edition. And then the end pages are super beautiful. And then there's also like this in the back. To be honest, I was not the biggest fan of People We Meet on Vacation when it came out. But also, I think I read it in 2021, about 4 years ago, and I feel like my reading tastes have definitely changed since then. So I definitely want to give this book a reread, especially before the movie comes out. And like this special edition just inspired me to so much. Thank you so much to Berkley for sending me these 3 books. And now the next 5 books I'm going to show you are from Source Books, or like an imprint of Source Books. The first 2 I have here are from Bloom Books, and they are Lucy Score books. So we have Not Part of the Plan, which is this pretty pink one. And then we have Holding On to Chaos, darker purple one. I don't know if these need to be read in a specific order. They both just say a blue moon romantic comedy. So they're set in the same world. It could be like an interconnected standalone series, but even when it's like interconnected standalones, I feel like you still need to read it in the correct order because otherwise you're gonna get spoilers about couples. So I will have to do my research on which book is first. Not Part of the Plan. I think this one just looks so cute. Like, this one definitely draws my attention more than the other one just because of the colors and the artwork on the cover. Like, this little house, I don't know what little cottages do to me, but I just dream of one. This one says he's the kind of man who would talk you into dropping your panties in a coat closet at a party. I cannot say these other words on YouTube. Oh. So, spicy romances. I've never read anything by Lucy Score, but I know she does like spicy romances, so that makes sense. And then Holding On to Chaos, and the back of this one has a quote that says, I want to be upfront with you, no surprises, no secrets, I want you, Eva, and I think you might be it for me. Okay, so this one definitely sounds more heartwarming, which is so funny because I feel like this cover looks so much more heartwarming, but based on that quote, whoa. Like, this one I'm sure will be spicy as well, but it sounds like it might be a little bit sweeter. I think these will make just great, like, palette cleanser reads. And then I have another one from Bloom Books here. This is Bloom Young Adult, actually. And if you guys have been watching all of my book hauls lately, you might be like, Brianna, this book looks pretty familiar. Like, I think it was in your last book haul. You would be correct. This is a final print copy that Bloom Books sent over to me of Dream On by Jennifer Hartman. I received an ARC of it, and I don't need 2 copies, so be on the lookout for a giveaway of this book because, yeah, I want to give back. And now the next 2 are from Source Books, but Bloom Books and Source Books are like the same company, like parent company, and just imprints of that parent company, I think. This first one I am so intrigued by. Endless Anger by Sav R. Miller. This is Monsters Within, book 1, and this cover, I love it. Like, the couple is in a library, he is standing behind her, holding her while she is reading a book. Are we joking? Because that is stunning. And then also, it has these beautiful sprayed edges that go all the way around the book. I usually don't like sprayed edges on like every single book, like it seems like they're doing these days, but I will say when it has a pattern like this, I do like it. Also, there's a bunch of goodies on the inside that I'll show you. First, we have these little stickers of the characters, like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. And then this is like a little postcard type thing. It says, congratulations on your enrollment. We're dying to see you this fall. So there is our female main character. And then this like comic style art. I love it. Well, let me tell you what the book is about while I also learn what it's about because I'm not sure. It says Asher Anderson is angry at the world, at himself, at the way his best friend turned obsession, Lucy Wolfe, seems determined to ignore the searing heat between them. He doesn't mean to solve all his problems with violence, but maybe he has too much of his father in him. That's why the faculty at their ultra-exclusive university hates him, right? Because of the evil blood in his veins. He should know better than to darken the ivy-covered university's door, but it's practically a law of the universe. Wherever Lucy goes, Asher follows, even if that means entering a twisting labyrinth of secret societies, human sacrifices, and the very personal history soaked in his family's blood. Whoa. Okay, so we got a dark romance here, it sounds like. But once again, just like look at this cover and tell me it's something you don't want to read. You can't. It's not possible. And another one from Sourcebooks is He Falls First by Jill Shalvis, or Shalvis. Mixed up my L and V there. Now this is an ARC, but at the time you guys are seeing this video, the book is out. This one says, no one is going to convince her to fall in love again. Writer Colburn has his hands full running the family business and caring for the ailing father who's a virtual stranger from the cold, heavy-handed man who used to be. He's got zero free time for hobbies or women, or so he thinks until one walks into his life and the path of an oncoming truck. Ryder doesn't mind playing the hero for the skittish, wounded chef Penny Rose. Maybe it's the secrets in her eyes or the bandage along her jaw. Whatever the reason, he's compelled to get closer. Penny's learned her lesson, and now she's paying the price. That's why she's sharing a dilapidated house in the tiny California town with her feisty grandmother and tween brother living off the leftovers from her catering job. It's a far cry from her dream life, but who needs dreams, or love, when there's amateur plumbing projects to tackle and breakfast casseroles to bake? One thing's for sure, she's never falling for a man again, not even the sexy, snarky contractor who keeps testing the walls she's built. So he's really gonna have to try for our main character, and we do have a little info card here. It says, the perfect escape, small town with a side of sass, grumpy sunshine, he falls first and hard, forced proximity, found family, and hot contractor. Thank you so much to Sourcebooks and Bloom for these 5 books. And I have 2 more books here from publishers before I go over the books that I bought myself or my husband bought me. First up, we have The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is from Harper Collins, and this is the second book in the Poppy War trilogy. But it is the exclusive edition to match my Poppy War exclusive edition. And I gotta take the dust jacket off and show you this book. Even though the dust jacket in itself is a work of art, like, so stunning. Also, you guys, this book is heavy. Like, I don't know the weight of it. I can't, like, guess weights, I guess. But it's heavy than your standard hardcover book. And it's like this, I don't really know if you can see this texture, but it's a different texture than other hardcover books as well. It's almost like a cloth texture, but not quite. Anywho's, I'll stop talking about the texture. On the end pages, we have artwork, and then obviously we have the sprayed edges all the way around. And then throughout the book is also a bunch of artwork. I'll try and show you a little bit, but just like illustrated throughout the book. Now, full disclaimer, I have not even read this series yet, but it's one I really want to get to soon. And I'm just so thankful that I have the exclusive editions, and that is kind of like motivating me to get to the series sooner. So huge thank you to Harper Collins for sending me a copy of this book. And then the last book that I have is a mystery thriller. It's My Daughter is Missing by J.D. Kirk, and this is from Bookoucher. It says, I thought my daughter was safe, but now she's gone. A totally addictive psychological thriller with a jaw-dropping twist. That's what I need. I love psychological thrillers. I love twists that I don't see coming. And I feel like I haven't gotten that in a thriller in a while, so. The little girl has vanished and I can't tell anyone, ... Why? Why can't you tell anyone? My 9-year-old daughter, Holly, should be leaving school and smiling and laughing with all the other children, but she's not here. I run frantically, checking everywhere, my voice growing louder, but I can't see her bright blue eyes and heart-shaped face anywhere. Pure panic washes over me. This is my worst nightmare. Her teacher asks me if I should call the police. My heart stops. I shake my head and pretend I've made a mistake. I see a look of suspicion creep into the teacher's eyes, but the police can't know. No one can. My hands shake as I realize I'm completely on my own. I know in my gut my daughter hasn't just wandered off. She's been taken. Someone must know the truth about my past. I've spent so long protecting Holly, but I always knew this day might come, and I'll stop at nothing to get my little girl back. Okay. I'm really confused. But like in a good way. Well, I don't know if I would say a good way, but like it has me intrigued to read the book because I'm like, why would you not tell the police that your daughter is gone? Like, no matter the circumstances of your past, like, go to the police. What do you mean you can't tell them? Interesting. This is funny. I'm reading the about author part of this, and his name is J.D. Kirk. And at the bottom of his little author blurb, it says, he has no idea what JD stands for. I love that. That's actually really funny. Okay. Like I said, I'm really intrigued to read this right now because I'm like, huh? So we'll see what I actually read it, what I think. And lastly, let's go over the 4 books that my husband got me and the 1 book I got for myself. First up, he got me The Enchanted Greenhouse by Sarah Beth Durst. This is the same author as The Spell Shop, which came out last year, and that was such like a cozy fall read. I gave it like 3 or 3.5 stars. I liked it. It wasn't like my favorite fantasy of all time. But again, just like such a good cozy read. And this one, I already love the cover of The Spell Shop. Hold on, I'll show you. So this is the first one, obviously giving cute, cozy vibes, but this one I love even more because look at the cat, like, dragon thing. I love that cat dragon thing. Like, it is so cute. I am obsessed with it. And then it also has pretty sprayed edges. I mean, just plain color, but they're still cute. It says, outside, the snow was crisp white in the morning sun. A cardinal was perched on a branch of a nearby pine tree, a brilliant red against the white and the green. Inside, the only sounds were the swish of water, the crackle of the fire, and the purr of the winged cat. It was perfectly peaceful, and Turlu had never felt more at home anywhere. Does that not just sound so cute? Next up for a book that my husband got me is A Theory of Dreaming by Ava Reed. This is the 2nd book in the study of drowning duology. It literally just came out, and it is the one without the sprayed edges because my copy of A Study in Drowning is just like the standard edition because I got that book before it like got super popular because it was just like a standard release and then it got really popular, so then they made the special edition of it. So now A Theory of Dreaming came out right away with the special edition, but I was like, I really want them to match and be plain, so I got a plain copy, but that's okay. I like it. I actually asked my husband specifically to get me the plain copy and not the exclusive copy. So yeah, this is a YA. Yes. YA fantasy. I wasn't sure if this one was going to be adult because the first book I feel like was getting a little bit heavier topic, so I was like, I don't know if it's going to go from YA to adult, but this is still YA. And I'm really excited but really nervous to see what happens to our characters in this book based off of where the other one left off. And then he also got me Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. I read Normal People a few months ago and absolutely loved it, so I wanted to read more by Sally Rooney, and this is the one I picked up. I think this one's supposed to be pretty romance heavy, so I'm excited for that. Other than that, no idea what it's about. And then he got me Love of My Afterlife. This is a rom-com, but like paranormal, or not paranormal, like magical realism romance. I'm really excited for this. I feel like it's been out for like 2-ish years and I've wanted to read it since it came out and I just haven't gotten around to getting it, so finally have it. I think this will be really fun to read in the fall because I love magical realism reads in the fall time. And then lastly, the 1 book I got for myself is Forget Me Not by Stacey Willingham, and this was my book of the month pick for August, and it's a mystery thriller. There you go. So those are all 15 of the books in today's haul. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. And also please make sure to comment any videos you'd like to see from me in the future. And I will hopefully see you next time. Bye!